everyone? Tonight we have the Division 3 Zandvoort Round 15 race here in Zandvoort. Oh, I just said that. Lol. Yes, so we have a very interesting little championship battle going on here. We have Jamie Hester, who needs to score a total of 4 points over Rise and 5 points over Excellence to win this championship. So there is a very big chance that he could do that here tonight. We can see how that goes for him. We're just waiting for a few more people to join up the lobby, and then we shall get going in a couple of minutes' time. Oh my god. Oh, someone needs an invite back to the lobby. Okie dokie. Oh. I'm gonna have to... Where is he? There he is. Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. Let me do this real quick. Yay. Happy days. So currently we have 17 people in the lobby. I think we're waiting for a couple more. So, hello Tiger Gamer, how are we doing this evening? Not too bad, not too bad. Hello Mars. D3 seems to always be one of those races where it's quite close between all the drivers, so actually we may see a few surprises up there, I'm not sure. Zandvoort is a pretty tricky track to get round. Yeah, definitely, actually. Zandvoort's always pretty good for racing, so... making sure I got everyone added. I think I've already sent my request anyway. Oh, looks like we are going in a couple seconds of time. So, just a reminder about the championship situation. Jamie Hester has to outscore Excellence by 5 points and Rise by 4 points to be crowned the world champion. So it's actually pretty close out there. You can see what everyone's pace is like, and we can see who I think is going to win, because that's pretty cool. Alright, so we are currently in Q1. See who the first person to go out on track is. Looks like there is a Haas and a McLaren potentially going out. Oh, it's an Alfa Romeo and a Haas. Okay, so we shall... It's Ibrahim and Nagron. So we shall go on board with Jamie Hester. Wait, did I say Jamie? I mean Ibrahim. Already a few cars coming out on track. Okay, noted. I'll do that quickly right now. Tell me if that has improved anything. If not, then I'll have to do it after Q1 is finished. So through the last bank corner with Jamie Hester onto the main straight. He's about to start his lap, and bankers are always important. So Zandvoort, we go 70 meters braking into turn 1, third gear. That looks really nice. You need to get a good exit and try and be... You don't want to take too much curb in turn 3, which is what he's done. And he's got a Rebel in front of him. He will get out of his way. So will the Aston Martin. Up to this very high-speed corner, followed by another one. Both should be taken in 6th gear, which he's done absolutely perfectly for now. Into 4th for this little tight section. Looking decent for now. Up to this little chicane here. Want to brake quite late, but not too late. Take a nice little entry and a nice exit. And up to the last corner, you want to go quite fast, but not take the outside curb, and that's pretty good. Obviously, the last corner is completely flat. DRS activated up to the line, and the time is a 1 minute 9.6. Decent banker from Ibrahim. Next should be Nagron across the line. Oh, okay. Anyway, he sets a 1:13.5. I wonder if he got impeded there. Who's Sourtub and Nico Ohio, the two Mercedes cars, setting a 1 minute 10.4 and a 1 minute 10.7. Haskey across the line, setting a 1 minute 10.3. I'm sitting Jamie Hester going around the final couple corners. He goes a little bit wide on the exit of the second to last corner, but it's okay. And he goes P1 with a 1 minute 9.3. Not bad. Ingaz across the line, P3 with a 1 minute 9.8. Django came as well, 1:11.3. I'm sure he can improve on that. Someone's, okay, Ruben Scott's on the ground, probably letting cars by. Fun. Mini Juice seems to have backed off in his lap. But Excellence has not. That's not what it's trying to do. Close to getting impeded by the Alfa Romeo. But we go into the second DRS straight, coming up to a little chicane with it. We want to brake quite late, just about 70 meters. Don't want to take too much curb, but I guess that's not terrible. And coming around the final couple of corners, that's taken decently. Missed the apex a little bit, but should be decent enough for a 1 minute 9.2, which puts him P1 for now. And I think Ruben Scott is the only one on the lap, possibly. He's coming down the little... I don't know whether to call this a straight or not, because there's corners there, but anyway. He sets, apparently, a purple sector 1. He's taking these corners in 7th, which actually isn't optimal. Around this little tight sector onto the second DRS straight. He seems to be taking this lap quite safe right now, which I guess is okay because it's still Q1. Takes a lot of curb there and a nice tight line for this next corner. Apparently a purple sector 2. Around the cup, can't speak. Around the final couple corners onto this DRS straight. Up to the line, and it's a 1 minute 10.1. So currently we have Excellence in P1 with a 1:9.2, Jamie Hester in P2 with a 1 minute 9.3, and Ibrahim in P3 with a 1 minute 9.6. Not bad. Rises on his lap as well. Comes across sector 1. I think, if I remember, that's 2/10 faster than Ruben Scott so far. You see where sector 2 is like, it's looked pretty clean so far. That's quite nice. So Shifty Wizza has gone up to P3 with a 1 minute 9.4, but we're going to stay on board with Rise as he comes up to the end of sector 2, and the split is a 48.2. Again, a lot of curb there. I'm not sure whether that's optimal in here. Yeah, I know the engine's quite loud. I'm gonna... Oh, I haven't seen that. Gonna quickly see what he sets. It's a 1 minute 9.3, which puts him P2. Right, I'm gonna go get Twooge back in. Oh, is he back in the lobby, Jamie? I'll go send him an invite anyway. Maybe this is a good time to... Yeah, this is a good time to fix my audio. Tell me if this is better. I think it should be, but I'm not sure. We have a couple cars on their out laps of Jungle King, Husky, now Sourtub, and Racing. Actually, Racing's about to start his lap, so we'll sit on board with him. Comes across the line, and here you want to brake quite close to the 50-meter board. That's nice late braking. Don't want to go too close to that curb. Nice exit through turn 3 and 4. Looks pretty good for now. We'll see what his sector time is coming up to the end of sector 1. It is a 24.3. That's only a 10th off Rise. That's not bad. Around these two high-speed corners of... Oh, that's not good. He went into the gravel a little bit. Just a little bit. But now Husky's starting his lap. So we'll go on board with him now. That's a nice turn 1, as it seems. Turn 2 and 3, just a little lift there, basically. Taking bank corner quite tight, but kind of staying in the middle of the track. That's quite good, actually. Through this little high-speed section now, he's a little down on his personal best sector 1. He misses the apex completely there. That's not great. And again, there a little bit of apex missing, but it's only Q1. There's still lots of time out there to improve. Of course, provisional right now is 109.2, but in Q1 that's actually really good. Coming into the end of Sector 2, Husky's up very slightly. He's taking some of these corners pretty good, actually. Misses some apexes as well there on the penultimate corner. But coming up to the line now, he will set. Oh, he's not going to set anytime you go back into pits. Jungle King has a 110.2. I think he's just improved in his lap time. And Ruben Scott is also on a lap right now. So we shall sit on board with him. While Sauertov sets a 1 minute 10 flat. Now that is satisfying. But back on board with Ruben Scott. He's 2 tenths up in the first sector. That's quite a lot, actually, for such a short sector. Coming up to the little low speed thing. I don't know what the corner numbers are, but we'll see what his sector 2 split is. He's still up by 2.5 tenths. Not bad. This time he misses that apex. Well, misses the curb, which isn't terrible, as Racing goes P7 with a 1 minute 9.8. We will stay on board with Ruben Scott as he absolutely clutches that inside curb up to the end of his lap, and he will go up to P10 with a 1 minute 10.0. But I think he was there anyway. Anyone else? On a funny lap? No. And Excellence is already retired, so he's confident that he's made it. That's a good point, actually. King guys and racing with the same time. What do you know? Yeah, they're both pitting. Shifting Wizard just stayed out for another lap. Or is... I don't know. But still 2 drivers who haven't set a lap time of Touche Theory and Adrenaline. Who's coming up the pits now? I think the next person to start their lap will be Nagron, down in P16 with a 112 flat. I'm sure he can improve on that, but we'll see. As he comes across the line, up to turn 1 again, about 70-ish meters for the braking point. That's not looked bad, but I think he's on automatic gears considering he went into second. Up to turn 2 and 3. Again, not terrible. Down this little straight bit with corners, and that's invalid. He was almost up by 2 tenths, but he's invalidated it. Ah. And J Rise is also retired, feeling confident that he has also made it through into Q2. Question, am I still quiet, or is it like fine now? Oh, Adrenaline's just gone in and out lapping his box again. That's fun. Anyway, Touche Theory's on a lap. Up to the end of Sector 1, the game's not going to tell me what it was, because of how brilliant it is. Still quiet? Ah. Oh. Has it... Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, he's got a core gun. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna sort out my audio real quick. No, because I don't want my game volume off. Yeah. That's like the loudest I can go compared to the game. So if it's still bad, then I don't know. We're gonna go on board with Nico Ohio. He's on his lap now. And he's coming through the banked corner here. It looks pretty clean, actually. It's quite good. So we'll see what his Sector 1 split is going to be like. Because... okay, he's up by half a tenth. Currently, that would keep him in P13, so I think he's going to try and find some more improvement in other areas of the track. And Twitch there, he's joined back. Coming around this long left-hander, which is always very difficult to get right. I hate that corner. But currently, Nico Ohio is down by 6/10. He's probably backed off. But Haskey's not. Haskey's up in the first sector. We'll see what he's like in the middle sector. Up by 3/10. Coming through the chicane now. Misses that curb, which is good. See what he does through the penultimate corner. Misses the apex a little bit, but it's not terrible. He's looked at an okay lap. Currently, the 3.5 would put him P9. So we'll see where he goes, and he goes P11. I mean, P9 to 11 is very close, actually. Literally just under a tenth. He's not on a lap. He's also not on a lap. Is Sourtop on a lap? Sourtop has just started a lap, possibly. After through turn 2 and 3 in the bank corner, hits that curb. Takes quite a wide exit, which will hamper his rundown all the way to the 2 high-speed corners. But we'll see what his Sector 1's like. He's down by just under a tenth. That's not good for him. But he's coming around these 2 corners here, and it's looked okay in the middle sector for him so far. Takes these 2 corners quite well. Misses the apex slightly on that second part of it, but we'll see what he's like coming down to the second sector. He is gained a little bit back up in his gained a little bit back on his previous time, but I think he's backed off. Yeah, he's backed off. So he's probably going to try and go again. But who's on a lap? Nobody's on a lap. Yeah, because you're too low in the ERS. I know you're gonna try, but I want some Twitch theory. I want some Twitch theory. This is gonna be special because it's Twitch theory. Coming up to turn 1, about 70 meters at the braking point. Oh, okay. His internet's having a spastic attack. Sourtop improved? No, he's not got any ERS. But Mini Juice is on a lap. Wait, is he just improved or is he? No, he's on a lap. Okay. That's the qualifying finish, so these are the laps that count. Mini Juice is 1.5 tenths up in the first sector, misses the apex completely for this next corner. And for the second one, hits the apex quite nicely. Same with that one. In the little S's bit. Down to second gear there. Interesting. But we're on to the back straights. He is currently 2 and a bit tenths up. That's decent. That should be enough for him to get through into Q2 and knock out Nikki Ohio. But we shall see. He hits the inside curb there, but actually that didn't look like it hampered his time too much. He's coming around the final corner, up to the main straight. He will set a 1 minute 10.4. He's up to P13 and he knocks out... Wait, no. I'm forgetting that... Okay. He didn't knock out anybody. He was in P15, but that should be Q1 finished. So drivers that are out are Nagrom, Adrenaline, and Twusteri. Gonna try inviting Tuji again soon. Right, let's get Q1 results. Let's go for race director just in case, I don't know. So, we have Excellence in P1 for Q1, Jay Rise in P2, and Jamie Hester in P3, followed by Shifty Wizza, Ibrahim, King Gaz, Rayson, Umka, Sourtub, and Ruben Scott finishing off the top 10. I mean, obviously this is still Q1, so there may be some changes around here, but the drivers that are definitely out are Nagrom, Adrenaline, and Tuj Steri. After a horrible time of disconnecting, I feel bad for him. So, Q2 has started now. We shall see who the first drivers to go out on track are. I expect there to be faster times in Q2, considering the track evolution will definitely be higher. So, we will most likely see people go into the 1 minute 8 here. Looks like Excellence is coming out in the Williams, as well as Ibrahim. But it's either going to be one of those two who will be the first times. Apparently Ibrahim likes to go out early. He was first out in Q1 as well. Excellence was mowing the lawn slightly. Feel like we're going to have a pretty decent race here, actually. The Zandvoort has always been a track which has brought some excellent racing in terms of wheel-to-wheel battles and just DRS trains. As soon as you exit that DRS train, then, I don't know, it's just really difficult to catch up if you don't have DRS compared to the cars in front. But a lot of the grid are on outlaps now, and Excellence is about to start his. So we will ride on board with him in Q2. Why is it not showing anything? Okay, there we go. So through turn 1, that looked pretty clean. Through the little left-right, followed by the banked corner. This looks pretty clean so far. On this little back straight, almost? I don't know whether to call it a straight. I still don't know. But his first sector is a 24.2. Same as Rises in Q1. Misses the apex slightly, but he should get away with that. Again, there. Pretty good. Down to third gear for this right, left. And onto the back straight, opens DRS. See what his middle sector split is like. It is a 48.0, that's fast. And he hits the curb absolutely perfectly there, but goes a little bit wide in the second part of that chicane. Up to penultimate corner, brake late, turn in late, and get a great exit. That is absolutely amazing. Through the banked corner, take a tight line on the exit of it, and he sets a 1 minute 9.1. Ibrahim behind him sets a 1 minute 9.7. And Nico Ohio sets a 1 minute 10.8. I think Sourtop is next, 1 minute 9.5. Followed by King Gaz, who goes up to P2 with a 1 minute 9.4. Husky coming across the right line, not good, 1:11.3. Jamie Hester now comes across the line and sets a 1 minute 9.1, just 3 hundredths off excellence this time. That's how close these two are. Unka on the mediums sets a 1 minute 9.8. That's pretty good for mediums. Ruben Scott is the next car to come across the line to start a lap. It looks like he's kind of backed off of his first one. Jungo King sets a 1 minute 11.6, and I think J Rise has gone up into 5th with a 1 minute 9.5. JW Curtis will be the next car to cross the line on the straight now. He will set a 110.5. That puts him up to P8, but maybe not good enough for Q3. And Twisteri has rejoined the session. Let's hope that he can stay in it this time. You haven't really missed much, KJ. Just Twisteri constantly disconnecting. I didn't even notice Ruben Scott had set a lap time in the old softs, a 1 minute 9.7. That's up to P7 for him. That's actually pretty good in the old softs. He will probably be able to go faster than that though, and he'll be hoping that he can do that as well. Right now we have Shifty Wizard and Racing on outlaps. It looks like Shifty Wizard will be the first one to start his compared to Racing. But the AlphaTauris have looked pretty strong so far. They've been always in that top 5 kind of area so far in this qualifying, so they'll be getting some high points tonight. Also, Racing has been quite decent. First, we're gonna have Shifty Wizard. He's gonna come and start his lap. Into turn 1 we go. We get braking at 70 meters. Around turn 1, that misses the apex slightly, but that's still good. Into turn 2, quite fast corner, but into turn 3, it's very banked, and that's quite clean so far. Now through these easy flat out corners, coming up to these 2 high speed ones, that's a 24.2 for the first sector. That's in contention with Excellence and Jamie Hester. And into these slow speed corners, sometimes drivers struggle in these two because they're just quite difficult to get right. But so far, this lap has looked very clean by Shifty Wizard on the second DRS straight. Coming up to the end of sector 2, that is a 48.1. That's about a 10th off Excellence, but he goes a little bit wide on the exit of that chicane and comes up to the penultimate corner, brakes late, turns in late, hits the inside curb, which will unsettle his car a little bit, but he's come around the last corner onto the straight and will set a 1 minute 9.4. Up to P3 he goes, and Racing has backed off. Mini Juice is starting his lap though. He is coming around turn 1 now, and on the run down to turn 2. It's quite a decent corner to do actually. I like sector 1 around here. It's always very fun to do, but so is Zandvoort as a whole, so pretty cool. 24/7. That's about 5/10 off of Excellence this time so far. Hope the AlphaTauri gets out his way well, and yeah, looks like it. Through these difficult corners, not bad. He's about a second off Excellence currently. So that would put him maybe P10, sorry, P11. Wait, is Ruben Scott just crashed? I think Ruben Scott's crashed. Yep, I think he's crashed. That's fun. So that means unless he gets knocked out, he'll be starting P10. Haskey's up in his time, but Rayson's right behind him. Also in a lap. Oh, that's not going to be great. We'll go on board with Rayson because I want to see if he catches up. But he's only 0.2 off of what Excellence did in his middle sector. He'll be getting the dirty air off the McLaren. That's really killed his lap. That chicane, that was really, really unsettled. But coming around the final corner now, gonna go on board with Haskey for this final straight. He's 0.7 up. Haskey is gonna go P9 with a 1 minute 10.9 and Rayson P11 with a 1 minute 10.2. I think Jungo King's about to start his lap now. He's gonna hope for a decent enough time to get through into Q3, but so far he's got an 11.6. That'll be a lot of improvement needed for Q3. Takes quite a lot of curb in the exit of turn 3. That'll not be very optimal, but he's 3.5 up. Oh, turns in quite early for that corner. 1 second. Around turn 10 now. He hits the inside curb, but makes it work apparently. He's 7.5 up. That's quite a lot of improvement. But I don't think it'll be enough for him to get through to Q3. Around turn 13, the penultimate corner. That's probably the cleanest corner we've done so far. He will come across the line and set a 1 minute 10.5. That puts him up to P13. Not good enough for Q3 for Jungo King. Excellence on a lap. Excellence is on a lap. Coming around turn 10. That's a nice turn 10 from Excellence. He's on the back straight now, coming towards the little chicane of 11 and 12. He's slightly down in his time, but I feel like he has time to improve. And he's backed off. Did the Alpine distract him, or is he just backing off? Not sure. Nico Ohio, the Alpine's nice out of his way. That's quite good. Coming around turn 3. Takes it quite tight, but that should be okay enough. He'll come up to the end of sector 1, and he is up by 0.3 in the first sector. That's quite good. He takes that corner decent. That's very good. As with that one, it's a little bit low in the revs, but it should be okay. Around turn 10, takes quite a lot of curb. That won't be optimal for his lap time. He gets a nice little slipstream from the Mercedes in front. That's quite good. He's up by just under 0.6. Takes the chicane quite nicely. Hopefully he doesn't get blocked by the Rebel either. Nope, Rebel's out of his way. Around the penultimate corner. Takes a lot of curb there as well. I think that unsettles car a little bit there. Around the final corner. And he will set a 1 minute 10.2. That puts him P12. Not good enough for Q3. But now Rise is 2.5 up. He's coming around the final corner now, onto the main straight. He keeps it tight on the exit, which is always good. And he will set a 1 minute 9.2. Up to P3 for Rise. Haskey coming around the final corner onto the main straight. We'll set a 1 minute 9.8. That keeps him in P9. Nikki Ohio has set his lap already. He's... Right, there we go. Racing is on his lap. He's in danger. He's in P11. That's not good. He's coming around turn 3 now. Look nice. We'll see what his sector 1's like. But so far he's a 1 minute 10.2. Let's see if he can improve. He's a little bit up after the first sector. Misses the apex completely for this next corner. Up to the... That's nice. He took a lot of curb there, but that was very good. Into turn 9 and 10. Difficult couple of corners. It looks like he might get a slipstream from his teammate Rise. He takes a lot of curb in turn 10, but he's going to get this slipstream. He's going to get a lot of toe. Coming towards the little chicane of 11 and 12. He's 1.5 tenths up. This might be enough for him to get into Q3, or it might not. Depends on what his final sector is going to be like. But previously, it was poor. We'll see if he can improve. But coming around the final corner now, he's going to go onto the main straight. Opens the RS. Still got a decent amount of ERS left. He will set a 1 minute 9.4, which puts him up into P5, and Racing is safe into Q3. Sour Tub is about to start a lap. Umka is 4 tenths up in the middle sector. We'll see where this lap puts him. He's currently got a 1 minute 9.8. He might just get into the top 5. Round the final corner we go, onto the main straight. Decent amount of ERS, and he will go P6, 1 minute 9.4. Sour Tub is on his lap. He's a little bit down in the first sector, but we will go on board with JW Curtis, who is behind him. I don't know. Never mind, we'll go back on board with Sour Tub. Through turns 9 and 10. This doesn't look terrible. Misses that curb, which is good. The curb is bad. Curb equals bad. Come up to the little chicane. He's 2 and a bit tenths down. That's not good. He takes a lot of curb for there, and yeah, I think that's his lap over. That's not good. I'd be surprised if he improves this, actually. So I'm gonna find out. Did Ibrahim retire on track? I haven't caught that actually, but I can look back afterwards. But I think Sour Tub is through into Q3. And that's it for Q2. So, out is Hasky, JW Curtis, Nikki Ohio, Jungo King, and Mini Juice. In the last chicane, the right-hander, how much should I cut? Probably about half. Half the chicane, Mars. We are just waiting for Racing to get back into the pits, and then we will get underway with Q3 very shortly. Again, Excellence P1, then we have Jamie Heston P2, Rise in P3, Shifty Wizard P4, Racing P5, Umka P6, King Gaz in P7, Sour Tub in P8, Ibrahim in P9, and Ruben Scott, who crashed in the middle of Q2, in P10. So that's where he'll be starting. He can't do Q3. Again, we have Hasky, JW Curtis, Nikki Ohio, Jungo King, and Mini Juice out of Q2. Strong showings from Alpine and Alpha Tauri. Sorry, I meant Visa Cash App RB. Oops, my bad, guys. But we will get underway with Q3 very shortly. Right, Q3 has started. 12 minutes to set the fastest laps possible. I think Excellence is the first one on track. Quite surprised about that, actually. But then again, that's something I do, so I don't know. But we have Excellence followed by the two AlphaTauris, and then we have Ibrahim, then one of the Alpines, and Sourtub. You know what? He might be on old softs, but because this game is absolutely lovely, it always says that they're on you whenever you go out for a quali lap. It's looking quite cloudy. Is there rain in the race? Or at the end of Q3, I don't know. It's a wobbly game. You're wobbly. Don't know what's happening with my mic. It keeps disconnecting. Anyway, Excellence on his banker lap in Q3. Maybe in old softs, maybe in new softs. We don't know. He broke very late there. That's quite nice. Takes the first corner absolutely beautifully. Into turn 2 and 3. That's quite nice. Shifts down into 5th, possibly. I missed that. But through turn 3, and then 4, 5, and 6, all flat out corners. Try and get as close to the track limits as possible. But that's 24-0. He doesn't miss this apex. That was brilliant. Into turn 8. And then 9 and 10. He's taking these corners absolutely brilliantly. This is going to be a very quick lap, I think. Definitely in the 1 minute 8. Definitely in the 1 minute 8s. But his middle sector is a 47.7. That's 4/10 faster than his Q2 time. So we'll see what he can do as he comes around the penultimate corner. Takes that, again, absolutely beautifully. This has been absolutely flawless, no mistakes. And he keeps that inside line. Coming up to the line, he will set a 1 minute 8.7. What a lap. Shifty Wizza and King Gaz. King Gaz goes P2 with a 1 minute 9.6. Shifty Wizza will go P3 with a 1 minute 10.3. He can definitely improve on that. Ibrahim is pitting, and he's... okay. Sourtub goes P2 with a 1 minute 9.2. And Jay Rice coming around the final corner now. He's one of the drivers that can stop Excellence. He set a 1 minute 9.2. P3 behind Sourtub. Jamie Hester, another driver that can stop Excellence. On the main straight now, he goes across the line and sets a 1 minute 9.2. P2. So far, Excellence is the only driver to have broken into the 1 minute 8s. But we watch Umka, who can maybe do it, but he doesn't. A 1 minute 10.0. There are definitely some clouds coming over. I wonder if it's going to rain in the start of the race. I don't know anything about the weather forecast for tonight or today. Two drivers haven't set a lap, Ibrahim and Racing. They'll probably end up waiting till the end of the session if they were smart. But we'll find out if they are. Oh. Never mind. Oops. Sorry, Ibrahim. But he seems to be coming out for a lap now. There's 7 minutes left in the session. I mean, he can still make it round. These are most likely the softs which he pitted on and nearly died. And Racing's out on track as well, with 6 minutes left in the session. I'm not sure if that was the smartest idea, but anyway, Ibrahim's coming around the final corner to start his first lap of Q3. We'll see if this is good. If it's not, well, he has another chance. Brakes late into turn 1, goes onto the curb. That'll unsettle his car a lot, and it did. He got a massive snap of oversteer on the exit there. Into turn 2 and 3, misses the apex for 2, and 3 goes very tight on entry. Obviously, flat out corners, 4, 5, and 6. If you get these wrong, then you're bad. Into turn 7. The first sector was a 24.4, 4 tenths off Excellence. We'll see what the rest of his lap is like. But so far, it hasn't looked too bad for Ibrahim on his banker. Again, takes a lot of curb and turn 10. That'll definitely have cost him some lap time. But his middle sector is a 48.4, and he has a big snap in the middle of the chicane of 11 and 12. This has not been a good lap for Ibrahim, and he comes around the final corner. Is he going to pit again, or is he going to actually set the lap? He is going to set the lap, and he sets a 1 minute 9.9, goes into P6. He can definitely improve. Anyway, Racing is on his lap as well. In the first sector, 24.1, only a tenth off Excellence. So far, he's in P2, but we'll see what the rest of his lap is like. Oh, that's a massive mistake, and that has cost him his entire lap. Racing needs to pit quick, and then get back out on track as soon as he can. But he definitely has enough time to do that, so he's okay. Shifty Wizza has gone in his outlap quite early. Oh, is Racing gonna go again? No. Anyway. Shifty Wizza coming around the penultimate and final corner to start his first, and maybe, no, that's not his first lap. My eyes are dying, honestly. Into turn 1 we go, brakes late again. That's what you want to do here. Kind of misses the apex, but again, that's decent. It's turn 2, that's very nice. Turn 3, again, pretty decent. Was a little bit tight on the entry, but I think that was pretty good. Coming up to the high-speed corner of turn 7, he's 1.5 tenths up, coming into the second sector. Turn 8 now, that's pretty good as well. Now into the tricky little section of 9 and 10, it takes a lot of curb, but actually, that's not bad. Let's see what he does coming through turn 10, and sticks quite far to the inside, but misses the curb, as I said you should. Coming into the last sector, he sets a 48.2. He's 6 tenths up in his time. So far, that would put him P5, but I think he's got more improvement in his lap. Does he have more improvement in this lap? We'll see as he comes around the final corner now. Opens DRS, flat out, easy. But he goes wide on the he goes wide on the exit, but he goes P5 with a 1 minute 9.4. Not bad. Racing is most likely going to pit. No, he's not. But he comes across the line and sets a 1 minute 9.4. Just ahead of Shifty Wizza. Sourtub is on his outlap. Yeah, Racing's kind of screwed himself over by not pitting the first time round. I would have pitted, then went back out again. But anyway. Sourtub about to start his lap. He comes up towards turn 1. Again, braking as late as you can without locking up or touching the grass on the outside, because the grass is a killer. Grass is always a killer when you're playing games, because we don't like touching grass. But through turn 3 it's looked decent. It could have been cleaner, but it doesn't matter if it's clean as long as it's fast. See what his sector 1 split's like. He's just over half tenth up. Still 3 tenths off Excellence. So maybe he can find more improvement in the rest of the track to close that gap to Excellence, but I do not doubt that Excellence will improve on his lap time. So hope this Alpine gets out of the way. He does so quite decent. Oh, yeah, that's very wide from Sourtub, and that's his lap over. Let's see who's starting a lap next. Starting a lap next, coming around the final corner. Hi KJ. Anyway, he's starting his lap now. Currently has a 1:10.0. Not a great lap. He should probably improve on that, coming through turn 1 quite tight, but actually that looks like it should have worked out for him. Through turn 2 and 3. Takes turn 3 very tight on the entry. That's not great, because Ruben Scott crashed in Q2. Approaching the flat high-speed corner of turn 7, he was just a little bit further up in his time. Turn 8 and 9, very tricky. Turn 9 and 10 is very tricky, but he goes quite wide in turn 10. That might cost him some time, but coming towards the final sector, he is over 6/10 up. I don't know where he gained that lap time from, but anyway. Coming up towards the penultimate corner, he misses the apex slightly, but that won't cost him that much. Through the final corner, easy flat. Keeps relatively tight. Set a 1:09.3, P5. Ibrahim looks like he's coming up to the end of his lap. He goes P6. Jamie Hester coming up to the end of his lap. He might dislodge Excellence here, but he does. He does dislodge Excellence of that pole position for now. Excellence is backed off. Jamie Hester will be on pole unless anybody else can stop him. Rise can't. Sourtub definitely can't. But I think that's it. Jamie Hester is on pole position for the Netherlands Grand Prix. Gap is crazy between P1 and 2. Just over 100th of a second. And also between P6 and 7, about 4 or 500th of a second. Sorry, 4 or 5 thousandths of a second. Lol. I'm stupid. Woo, says Jamie Hester. Let's go, says KJ. The Alfa Romeo boys will be happy with that performance. Hopefully he can turn this race. Wait, oh my god. Hopefully he can turn that pole into a win. I honestly can't speak properly. I don't know why. But anyway, Jamie Hester ahead of Excellence on pole position by 11 milliseconds. Then, about 3/10 of a second back to Rise in P3, Kingaz in P4, Sourtub in P5, Umka in P6, Ibrahim in P7, Racing in P8, and Shifty Wizza in P9. I shall go through Race Director for 0 reasons. But we also got the results right here, so we happy days. Right, now we should be waiting for a couple minutes while the drivers do what they need to do. Oh, KJ, I think there's a good chance he'll win it. I think there's a good chance. Jamie Hester's a consistent driver. Unless Excellence can take that P1 away from him, then I think he should cruise to a win easy. But we've also got Rise and P3 who can possibly do something about it. Yeah, I think KJ, if he wins a race, then he wins it. Because he has to outscore Excellence by 5 points and Rise by 4 points. We have the Alfa Romeo fans. Ah, no rain. That's sad. I love a bit of rain. Create some chaos and more strategy. Oh, but anyway, 5 red lights for the Dutch Grand Prix. Jamie Hester on pole. Let's see what he can do. It's lights out, and away we go. Jamie Hester looks to have gotten a decent start away from Excellence and Rise. Rise is trying to go around the outside of Excellence into turn 1, and he might just do that successfully. Yes, he has. Sourtub and King Gaz are battling away through turn 2 and 3. Let's see what happens. Sourtub up to P4, but so is Ibrahim up to P5 already. And Mini Juice has retired from the race. I wonder what's happened there, but there's also been an incident between Husky and Nikki Ohio, as it seems. We'll see what's happened to Mini Juice. You can just see parts of his car there. Oops. And there's a virtual safety car. So, Jamie Hester is leading lap 1, Rise up to P2. And then Excellence has gone down to P3. Let's see some position changes, because why not? Did I pass it? Yeah, I did. Biggest gains? Tuur Steri, Nagrom, and JW Curtis up. Oh. What happened there? I think Tuur's just laggy a little bit. Oh, interesting. Oh, I didn't even realize the virtual safety cars ended. But we have Jay Rise, who's quite close to the back of Jamie Hester. He's going to try and go down the inside into turn 1. That might work out, but there's contact, and Excellence goes well off and into the gravel. Where is he? He's now down into P4 behind Ibrahim. I wonder what's happened there. I remember seeing them go side by side. I don't know what's happened, though. King Gaz has been spun out, and that's Umka and King Gaz into the barriers. How unfortunate for them. This has been a chaotic start to the race. I think Twooge is... Oh god, Twooge is just absolutely dying. What's even happening with him? Junko King is also dying in the pit lane, but look at the gap between the top 5 and Racing already. Racing up 2 positions, King Gaz down 7. Well, 6 as he now gets past Umka. Oh, sure. Ooh, yeah, tires, that's a good point. Oh, Umka's retired. What's happened there? Is that on track or is that just a crash? That's a crash. Oh, lovely. Please don't be a safety car. See what tires everybody are on. So, mostly mediums, with the exceptions of Ruben Scott, who's battling away with Curtis now. Around the outside went Ruben Scott. Adrenaline J on the hards, Nagrom also on the softs, Nikki Ohio on the softs. Now Tuur Steri and Junko King just pitted for hards. But Rise is trying to go around the outside of Jamie Hester. He's putting on the pressure massively. They've got almost a second gap to Ibrahim behind. And this might just be an amazing battle for P1. But I think as things go on, it will get more calm, especially with all those little small incidents, putting King Gaz down so many places. But we'll see. Can Excellence get back past Ibrahim? DRS has now been activated. We'll see what Rise can do on the run down towards turn 1. I don't think he's going to try and overtake Jamie Hester. Rise knows he's faster, so he's going to stay behind Jamie Hester for as long as he can. Excellence is not close enough, but Ruben Scott has gotten past Racing. Or has he? Racing is back down the inside, and Racing stays ahead. Oh, Excellence has left the session. That's not good. Let me go and invite him back. That's our first disconnect of the race. Not very optimal. So this should release Sourtub up to P4, if you can even get past the AI. But Racing has had a moment, I think he's had a moment with Ruben Scott, as they're all battling away. It's all kicking off down here between P6 and P10, with Shifty Wizard just behind them, and JW Curtis now the leading pack of this 4. I think Excellence will join back. But Racing is now on the back of JW Curtis. He's using his battery immensely. But he won't be able to make a move. That was clumsy. I hope he didn't get damage from that, because that's quite unfortunate actually. But I think Husky has just had a horrible start to this race. He's all the way down in P12 and almost 5 seconds back. Yeah, that was quite clumsy. The gaps have just absolutely opened out. There's been a lot of chaos to the start of this race, and it's just absolutely dispersed everybody. You don't really expect that on lap 5. But Ibrahim is just about holding on to this DRS on Rise. I don't know if he'll keep it for much longer. He might want to use some... Oh, he's already struggling for fuel. Maybe he's underfueled. Maybe that was part of L plan. But Ruben Scott on the back of Racing now. I think Racing must have dropped off a little bit because... Oh yeah, he's dropped off. And I think he might have wing damage. We'll see. No, it doesn't look low. Maybe he does. Let's see. Racing is pit. But also Nikki Ohio is... Oh, Racing... You got a 5-second penalty, mate. I think Racing is getting a front ring change. But... Back on board with JW... What? Oh. I think Excellence's AI just died. Excellence's AI just... Oh, no. Well. Who's hosting? King Gaz. Oh, that's Ruben Scott going really wide in turn 9. But also Rise is quite close to Jamie Hester. See if he's going to try the overtake into turn 1 or whether he's just going to stay back. If I was Rise, I'd stay back. But we'll see what Rise thinks. I think he's also thinking of staying back. And it seems so. Literally. What are these gaps? Alright, now we got Nikki Ohio on the back of Husky as King Gaz has gotten past Ruben Scott. Don't know whether that's with or without DRS, but actually they're battling away. I might want... Oh. But Nikki Ohio wheel to wheel with Husky. Husky just kind of lets him past. Fair enough. But already, most of the drivers are out of the DRS of the car in front. With the exceptions being Husky and J-Rise. So we shall go on board with J-Rise again, see if he's going to try the overtake into turn 1, or if he's just going to stay back. Because if Rise wants to keep in this championship fight, he has to overtake Jamie Hester. And he has to win this race, basically. There's no other way. And he's going to go for it down the inside, maybe? No, Jamie Hester breaks later and keeps the position. But now we have Shifty Wizard, who absolutely breezes past JW Curtis with the ERS, and most like the ERS as well. So that's him up to P5. Been quite a bad start for the AlphaTauris. Let's see where everybody is compared to their start. Position changes. It's been a good start for JW Curtis, up 6 positions. Also a good start for Ibrahim and Shifty Wizza, as well as Steri, but he's still quite far back in comparison to other drivers. Umka has left the session. It's fine, he's disconnected. He's gone anyway. But yeah. I thought this was gonna be like closer than this. I didn't realize there'd be so much chaos in the first couple of laps. I think Rise might try the overtake on Jamie Hester again. He's only 4 and a bit tenths back. DRS activated around the flat out final corner onto the main straight. Will he use any battery at all? No, he will not. But will he go for the overtake? No, he will not. Smart. But Rayson is getting past Haskey. I think Haskey just let him pass there, which is fair enough. But also, strategies are going to come into play here, because everybody's, like, half the grid's pitted already, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen. King Gaz hasn't had a great start. He's down 4 positions. ERS? Yeah, okay, so that's going to be quite interesting coming the end of the race. But Ruben Scott's already used all his ERS, really. And King Gaz is just behind him. Ruben Scott opting to start the softs. We're already in lap 9. Don't know if Hester's struggling or Rise is just putting pressure on him, because Rise was really feisty in the first couple of laps. And I think he's going to stay back again because... Oh, maybe not. Oh, he thinks about it, but then does the same thing he did a couple laps ago. Jamie Hester just brakes later and keeps the position. This forces Jamie to use his battery. As you can see, he's already used a little bit more. So, we'll see how the battery game comes into play. I think King Gaz is going to try and go down the inside on Ruben Scott. Ruben Scott holds the outside line, keeps the position. I think it was fine, Mars. Racing got past Nikki Ohio. I did not remember Racing being that close to Nikki Ohio, but maybe he's just faster by a lot. I mean, he's already pulled a second gap, so I don't know. But he's got a 14-second gap to catch up to King Gaz. That's a long gap. But we go back on board with J Rise, who has DRS, and I think he's just going to stay behind this time. Yeah. But what about King Gaz? He's still behind Ruben Scott. He's too far back to make a move. There's no way. How has this even happened? How is there literally 2 people in DRS at the conference? Racing's already caught up over a second to King Gaz. Something's wrong here. But Shifty Wizard isn't too far off the back of Sourtub. He's just over a second off and might creep into the DRS about now. I think Rise is still going to try and just stay behind Jamie Hester for as long as he can. But yeah, I think... Yeah, I know I'm connected to the comms booth, you stupid Discord. Honestly, safety car would be very nice. But I think all the chaos on lap 1 caused so many people to pit that everybody's just kind of spread out. Sourtub's already... Oh, oops. Sourtub's already used all his battery. Shifty Wuzz is not doing much better. Ibrahim's doing good in ERS, but bad on fuel. J-Rise is doing good in ERS, and Jamie Hester is not. Let's see what the rest of the grid's like. Even though it's kind of irrelevant. Oh, looks like King Gaz has finally gotten past Ruben Scott. Oh, there you go, King Gaz. I think Ruben Scott is going to try and fight this, but I don't know if he has the tires to fight this anymore. McLaren boy swapping positions. Haskey most likely letting past Touche Theory. But Ruben Scott has caught up another second and a bit to, sorry, Racing has already caught up another second and a half, about 2 seconds now, to Ruben Scott. And I think Rise might be going for a move. Rise is going for a move. He gets past Jamie Hester into before turn 1, and J Rise gets hit and is spun by Jamie Hester. That was caught on stream. I wonder what the stewards are going to do about that. Did Rise move back over too late? I think Ibrahim was caught up in that as well. Does he have damage? Doesn't look like it. Does Rise have damage? Also doesn't look like it. But that might have just sorted out the win for Jamie Hester unless he gets penalty for it. But from my POV, it looks like Rise just kind of moved over quite late. Jamie Hester didn't expect it, broke later than him and just hit him. I'm not sure what the outcome is going to be there, but I'm sure the stewards will definitely have something to say about that. That brings Ibrahim back into DRS of Rise, and hopefully they can carry each other back to Jamie Hester, who's not going very quick right now. Rise is catching up quite fast. Maybe Jamie Hester has wing damage. Maybe it's not like visible, but maybe he has wing damage. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, KJ. Anyway, Jamie Hester has pit. He must have wing damage. But anyway, Jamie Hester has pit, and Shifty Wizard gets past Sourtub. Let's see. Does Jamie Hester have wing damage? If he did, the game didn't fix it. But that puts J Rise into the lead and Ibrahim up to P2. Shifty was in P3, Sourtub in P4, and JW Curtis up 7 positions in P5. I think Jamie must have wing damage. I think he must have pitted for softs because of wing damage, but the game didn't fix it. Surely. Yeah, he might have tried the 2-stop, but now we have Ibrahim right behind Rise. I wonder if Ibrahim's going to try and move. They're both pretty similar on ERS. Rise just has an advantage over Ibrahim. But onto the DRS straight. Ibrahim has DRS. He's using quite a lot of battery. Rise is also pitting. Ooh, now that might change a few things. Does Rise go for hards? He goes for hards. That's a smart option, not softs. But Jamie Hester is now on the back of King Gaz, and he goes down the inside even before the time in the brakes, and oh my god, that undercut is absolutely gigantic. Actually, what am I saying? Because he was already ahead of Rise by quite a bit. Okay. That wasn't that gigantic of an undercut. But that puts Jamie Hester back up to P5. He'll have to pit again. There's no way he can finish this race on those tires. And Ruben Scott is trying a move in turn 2. That's very dodgy. Wow, okay. Round the outside of turn 3. Will he make that stick? Yes, he will. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. No, Jamie didn't replace a front wing. I think he's got the little blue thing on. He might pit again for hards. If he actually, if he's got wing damage and he's already pit for these softs, there's no point pitting again. But now nobody is in DRS. How fun? How fun is this? Can we have a safety car, please? Like somebody crash. JW Curtis is into the pits. Going on to mediums. Interesting. But Jamie Hester sets the fastest lap of a 1:12.0. As JW Curtis comes out the pits. He will come out behind Racing. Way behind Racing. Because Racing did the fastest undercut of his life. Because he probably got damaged. I don't know. Actually, yeah, he did. Because he replaced his front wing. This is so cool. I really like this. This is what Lap 1 Chaos does when there's no safety cars. Well, what? Actually, that's a good point of why we shouldn't turn off safety cars. Is safety cars even on? I feel like it should be on. Actually, yeah, it is because we had a VSE. I don't know why I was checking. But Ibrahim's pitting now. That puts Shifty Wizard up into the lead. Is that? Yeah, he's pit. Okay, he's a lapped car. But Ibrahim is going to go for the hard tires as J Rise and King Gaz swap positions. I get to see the proper gap between J Rise and Jamie Hester. 4.5 seconds. That's not good for Jamie Hester. So, I think the closest gap we have is Tuisteri battling away with Nikki Ohio. I wonder if he's going to get this move done anytime soon, but looks like he's backed off of that one. He'll probably try again on the DRS straight. Yeah, maybe KJ. I don't know. We'll find out, bro. But Tuisteri coming around turns 9 and 10 is right on the back of Nikki Ohio. Might try and overtake here. That wouldn't be very intelligent, but we'll see. We'll see what he does. Okay. Ooh. That's close. That's very close. Oh. The lag is crazy. But he's overtaken Nikki Ohio. Absolutely slammed it into the gravel. And oh my god. What is this? F123, please tell me. Anyway, King Gaz and Sourtub have both pitted onto new tires. Sourtub has come out just ahead of Racing. But we'll see if Racing can make a move on Sourtub anytime soon with those heated up tires. I think everybody else has the advantage of newer tires over Racing. But I wonder what happened there with Tuisteri. That was a very interesting thing. That's a good point, actually. Jamie Hester is being caught by Rise, but if Jamie Hester actually has wing damage, then that'll be why. I think Jamie has a wing damage. I think that's why he boxed onto softs, but the game didn't repair it. Common F123 moment. Lol. Right now, there's a little bout of P3. If we just look at penalties real quick. We got 5 seconds for Shifty Wizza, Sourtub, and Racing. But also Jungle King. So we shall sit on board with J. Oh my god, my brain is not braining. We will shut the. We'll sit on board with Shifty Wizza, who's just about half a second away from Ibrahim. He's probably going to overtake him on the main straight, but he'll have to pull a 5-second gap unless he pits again. God, we need a safety car, don't we? And that is Shifty Wizzer. On the straight, getting past Ibrahim. There's a yellow flag, and I think that's for... Okay. That's a VSC. I mean, close enough to a safety car, right? Oh, God. It's just going to slow down everyone. Preserve Jamie's tires a little bit, but... No, it's not a full. It's a virtual. Wait, what? Oh, no. Game, don't do this to me. I'm gonna sit on board with Ruben Scott. See if the safety car is actually there for him. Because we've seen safety cars in quali, so I don't know. Yeah, I think that's an actual safety car. Oh my god, what a dream. For Jamie Hester. What a dream for Jamie Hester. He should definitely pit onto like mediums or something. Racing gets a 3-second penalty. Husky also has a 3-second penalty. I don't know how you managed to do that here. It's a pretty easy track not to get penalties. But I think Rise is pitted as well. Oops. Yeah, Rise is pitted as well. Onto mediums. Yeah, Jamie did have wing damage. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, Rise nearly got past him. And that's another 5-second penalty for racing. Oh no, that's not good. But Ibrahim's leading, interestingly. Sourtub's in P2, JW Curtis in P3. From like, I don't know, he was quite far back, wasn't he? He's up 9 positions, so he was in P12. Jamie Hester in P4, Rise P5, Shifty was a P6. Racing P7, Ruben Scott P8, King Gaz P9, Nicky Ohio P10, Tour Sterry P11, up 7 positions from... Honestly. It's, what's it called? 2 speeding pit lane penalties and 1 track limit penalty, Mars. But people have caught up to Le Safety Car. That is funny. Well, it's a save your car until you look at my races when there's been a safety car. I thought Ibrahim was about to pit for a second. I'm like, it's too late, mate. I was thinking of using more colourful language, but I'm on stream, I can't do that. XOXO. But, oh, have the 2 McLarens just... Okay, yeah, I think they just swap positions. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, finally the graphics changed to safety car. That's fun. Jamie Hester and Rise apparently having a little squabble according to the little graphics. But we'll get rid of this because it's annoying me. And that because it's also annoying me. Still waiting for quite a few more cars to catch back up. Did Twitch Stereo crash into Husky or something like that? I swear to God. Because I don't know why you pit now. Mars, you are the only reason I'm alive mentally right now. Maybe you're the savior car. No, I mean boredom. So, still gotta wait for Twoosh Theory, and where's the Alpha? Where is he? Is he already caught up? Oh yeah, he's a lap behind. What do you know? But anyway, hydrate now. That's a good point. I need to go get water. I shall be back. Back just in time. Yay. Let's see. Ibrahim is leading. We shall ride aboard with him for the safety car restart. Let's have a quick hydrate. Lol. My mouth hasn't been so dry since I started singing Taylor Swift songs. Delicious. Looks like... I don't know if Ibrahim's trying to go now, because... I mean, he can't, because the safety car's not in the pit lane, but... Oh, and he's gone now, and that's because of the amount of speed he was there. I think these guys are 3 wide behind... Oh, there were 3 wide, but... Rise and Jamie Hester wheel to wheel again. Rise in the outside. Rise in the inside, Jamie on the outside. Now coming into turn 2, and again! Contact between Rise and Jamie Hester in this race. Ruben Scott and Shifty Woods have gotten past Rise. Rise is back ahead of Ruben Scott. Yeah, I'll show tires. A lot of people on mediums. Basically everyone on mediums apart from the top 2. But they screwed up their strategy. That's not my problem. Looks like these two are going to cause a little bit of a train. Jamie Hester absolutely flies. Jamie Hester flies past JW Curtis as Rise is on the gravel getting past Shifty Wizza. Thank you. Thank you very much. Racing has had an absolute mare. I don't know what's happened there. He's had a horrible race. Oh, Jamie Hester trying to get past Sour Tub right on the inside of turn 1, the curb, which you never want to be on because it's deadly. But Rise on the exit of turn 3, nice overtake from Rise if he can make this stick, which he probably will and has done so. Not bad. But he's still got Jamie Hester to get past. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. I don't like this. Maybe I'm allergic to water. Rise and Jamie just having a little wiggle battle there. But we shall see. Ooh, Rise. Sorry, I was doing something. Onto the main straight now. Sour Tub just behind Ibrahim, and Jamie Hester is going to try and send it into turn 1 down the inside of Sourtub. Will Sourtub hold this position? He's on the outside of turn 2. Jamie's going to have to give that one up. That's... Oh, and Rise makes it 3 wide, and he's got wing damage. More contact between Jamie Hester and Rise. And Rise has wing damage. Rise is the one this time with the wing damage, not Jamie Hester. But through turn 7, Rise, you're struggling, mate. Why did you try and make it 3 wide? Why did you try and make it 3 wide? That was stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be saying this. Ruben Scott's had a spinner. Oh no. Yep, it's 4 points. I think is it 4 points or is it more than 4 points? I think the safety cars helped it a lot. Before the safety car was pretty dry, but Sourtub is looking for a move on Ibrahim. Interesting. Yeah, it's somewhere around. I think with the way this is going, okay. I'm surprised Jamie hasn't gotten past these two a lot fast. Ooh. Ooh, Sourtub. There. I think it's 5 points, Mars. So Sourtub is on the back of Ibrahim. He does have a penalty. It's a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, I believe. Yeah. Racing with 8 seconds, that's going to kill his entire race. We'll send him down to P12. But Ibrahim and Sourtub both struggling on the RS already. Jamie Hester's doing pretty good, and so is Rise. But we'll go back on board with Sourtub because that's what you paid for. Oh, never mind, you got a pen? Well, you paid for it, so I'm doing it anyway. Onto the main straight. Will he try and go for a move on Ibrahim? He's not using any battery, but he might try the outside line. He touches the gravel. That's a killer. But actually, he stays side by side with Ibrahim. He might make this one stick. And he does. And Jamie Hester now getting involved in this. But he can't get past the Haas of Ibrahim, but now he can because he's absolutely killed the curb. And Haskey's left the session, so I gotta go invite him back really quickly before I miss anything important. Rise is doing quite good actually, considering he has a broken front wing, but I guess the straight line speed advantage is enough. So, if Jamie Hester wins this race, he wins the championship. With the looks of it, he's winning this race. Unless there's another safety car, Rise can repair his front wing, and happy days. But, for now, Jamie Hester on the back of Sourtub. Is Sourtub using? No, he's just going to let him pass. There's no point fighting Jamie. He's way faster than you, and there's a lot... Okay. My god, what is happening? Oh, Rise as well! With the double overtake, maybe? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, Rise made the double overtake. That was actually pretty clean. I really enjoyed that. But Haskey has the fastest lap with 0 minute, 0 seconds and 30 milliseconds. I better not have been the only person to see that. The 30 millisecond fastest lap. Oh, never mind, Twooge has it again. Racing and Jungo King. What is happening? This is so chaotic. Yeah, what a go. Ibrahim and Rise going wheel to wheel. And Ibrahim stays ahead of Rise. This is some very interesting racing. I don't know whether to enjoy it. I don't know whether to enjoy the chaos or whether to complain about it. But Ibrahim 0 ERS. Rise has loads, but he gets past anyway. with the extra straight line speed, and Shifty Wizza looks for an overtake as well. Of course, Rise has the front wing damage, so he's got quite bad turning speeds. I mean, it's not terrible, to be fair. Like, it depends on how much there actually is. Oh, who's that? Oh, King Gaz has had a spinner. Interesting. I mean, the contact's fine, but if it's, like, excessive, that just makes it weird. Like, it's just no. Oh, Shifty Wizza. Wow, where did he come from? Up the inside of Ibrahim. Will he make this move stick? He's got the straight, he's got the slipstream from Rise. Will he try and go around the outside into the chicane? Maybe, but he was given... Oh my god. Bro, you literally said there was gonna be a pile up and then Ibrahim got spun. That's just crazy. But gap between Jamie and Rise, 3.5 seconds. Rise is not catching. Rise will probably not catch unless something magical happens. King Guys has lost the place to Nikki Ohio. I think he's got damage. Yeah, he's got wing damage. Brilliant. Rayton and Husky's AI battling away. Shifty Wizza is very much a contention for this podium. So is JW Curtis. But I think, if I look at the tires real quick, Shifty Wizza has 5 lap pressure tire. Oh. RIP. Yeah. So Shifty Wizza is now in the provisional P3 because of Sourtub's penalty. Now, if that does get removed, then of course Sourtub will keep that P3, but he will have to hold off Shifty Wizza first of all. Coming up to the main straight now, around the penultimate corner, onto the I can't speak. Onto the main straight. Shifty Wizza does not use any battery. Sourtub also does not use any battery. There is no point fighting. Shifty Wizza goes all the way around the outside of turn 1. And he will most likely make this move stick, and he does. Husky's AI is keeping up with racing. And also the gaps are like really big again. How the hell did this happen? It looks like people have opted to pit for softs. True Steri, Ruben Scott, King Gaz, and Jungo King. I think Nikki Ohio is doing the same thing. I don't know why, but... Oh, wing damage. That explains it. Ibrahim is now back behind JW Curtis as Jungo King steals the fastest lap away from True Steri. Another 1 minute 10.7. That was some people's quality times. So, we shall see if Ibrahim is going to try and get past JW Curtis. He does have a massive ERS advantage. Well, not that massive, but he has a ERS advantage over JW Curtis. There's not really a point in overtaking him yet. He's obviously faster, but... Shifty Wizza is right on the back of Rise, and obviously Rise has wing damage. So, this could be a nice little podium, nice little P2 for Shifty Wizza, which would give Jamie Hester the championship, unless he gets penalties. And Ruben Scott is out of the race. What has happened to Ruben Scott? There's a safety car. He's binned it at the final corner. I think I know how he's done that. Yep, there's this car there. Oh, just got a little glimpse of it before it disappeared, but there's a safety car. This brings Rise way back into contention. Because if he pits for soft... Right, where's Jamie Hester? If Rise pits for softs, but... it'll be a 2-lap shootout, because, well... It'll go in at the end of 34, and then we'll have 35 and 36 racing. Jamie Hester's pitting for the soft compound tires. Those won't be fresh. He's probably already used fresh ones. But it says it's fresh because it's F123. Rise is also pitting, most likely for fresh softs and a front wing change. We shall see where that puts him out. Currently P5, P4. Oh my God, Haskey's in the podium places, and JW Curtis is leading. That's smart. That was very smart of him not to pit when he's on 18 lap old mediums. Oh, prepare for some chaos when JW Curtis and Haskey are being absolutely swiped to pieces by everybody because people are really impatient and they don't like being behind slow cars. But safety car will probably be in the end of this lap because that's how F123 works. Looks like it'll only be the top 7, top 8 racing. Maybe the whole top 10 will be racing for the win, but anyone below P10 is unlikely to be in any sort of contention. That's unless racing gets a move on. But we will go on board with JW Curtis, who will be restarting our race. He has Jamie Hester, Haskey, Shifty Wizard, Rise, Ibrahim, Toursteri, Sourtub, and now Adrenaline and King Gaz right behind him. And he's going to go very late, actually. J-Rise has got a 5-second penalty for a collision with JW Curtis. That is interesting, but he was alongside under the safety car. JW Curtis is slow. He's got 18 lap on mediums. Shifty Wizard and Rise are battling away, and he's trying to go down the inside of Haskey, and he gets spun out again. Rise will not be happy about this, but we have to go back up to the top. Haskey is absolutely being swallowed up by everybody. Jamie Hester still in P2. Maybe he might have an issue getting past Curtis, but as it stands, he's the world champion of Division 3 in Season 2, and through Turn 9 on the exit, and round the outside of Turn 10, he's going to overtake JW Curtis for the lead of this race. Of course, he has a penalty, but he has 1 lap to pull this gap. We shall see who will win the Dutch Grand Prix. So far, it'll either be JW Curtis or Shifty Wizard who will win, as Shifty Wizard goes down the inside at the final corner. Easy overtake. And Ibrahim is right behind. And Ibrahim is going to try and overtake Shifty Wizard on the softs, and he hits the back of JW Curtis, and he's... okay. Shifty Wizard and Ibrahim, they make contact, and both of them get spun out, sending Toursteri up to P4, Haskey on the old mediums in P2, and that means that JW Curtis is on track to win. Sourtub in P4, possible win for Sourtub as well, if he can get past JW Curtis, which it looks like he's going to try into turn 9. He's going to try into turn 9. He is going to try into turn 9, and he's going to get past in turn 9. Maybe around the outside of turn 10. He gets past, and Toursteri has been spun. Oh my God, what chaotic race. What a chaotic end to the race this has been. Yeah, that's so true. It was so uneventful 5 laps ago. But as it stands, Jamie Hester comes across to provisionally win the Dutch Grand Prix. He has a 5-second penalty, but he's going to keep that P1 because Sourtub is too far back. We will see what happens when the steward's notes come in, but that is our pecking order for now. We have Jamie Hester in P1, Sourtub in P2, JW Curtis in P3, Adrenaline in P4, Jungo King in P5, Niki Ohio in P6, Haskey in P7, Race in P8, Ibrahim P9, King Gaz in P10, Twooge in P11, and Shifty Wizza after making contact with Ibrahim on the final lap. Rounds off the points positions with J Rise and Nagrom finishing off the pack. Wow. What a very interesting final couple laps it was. I knew that was going to be chaotic. Yeah, you're right, John D. That was terrible. It went from boring to just plain chaotic. So many people getting spun out. That's not good. That's not good. But by tradition, of course, we are going to do some hold on. I'm trying to do something. Hopefully that works. Got some interviews going on. See if anybody wants to join us for some funny interviews. Maybe quite a few people will be angry with that, so maybe not. But we will find out if anybody wants to join us for interviews, but I need to do this quickly. I want the race results. I think I got that pretty good. Alright, so that is that. We will get people in for some interviews. I need to figure out how to do that. I think that I can just... Oh my god, I can do that. Okay. Hello, Jamie Hester. Can you hear me? Yay. That was a very interesting race. It seemed to be quite boring in the first couple laps, but you and Rise just absolutely steamed off ahead at the very beginning of the race. How was your pace out there? Because you were quite strong in terms of pace. You can't hear it. Oh my god. I swear. I don't know why this does this, because oh, maybe that works? Hopefully they do. I don't know if they do. Yeah, they do. I think they do. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, so your pace was quite good. You seem to have the edge over everybody else, maybe including Rise, if it wasn't for all the contact you guys made. But anyway, yeah, it was quite interesting, wasn't it? Oh, they still can't hear you. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Because I've included the party audio. Ah, I give up. Mentally. I thought that would work. Oh no. Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to not do this because I don't know how to fix that. Yeah. I mean, it sounded like they could hear you a little bit, but okay. I'm sorry, guys. Interviews. Wait, what? How's that? Because try again. No, nothing. Yeah, it's like nothing. Okay. Well, sorry. Let me just go let the others know. All right. Well, that should round. Sorry. Oh, it's all right. That should round off our stream for this chaotic Div 3 race round Netherlands. We shall see you next time for Div 2 tomorrow night.